Consider a price of an object in 2010 was at 0 and now the price is 42 lakh. I hope all got to know about what I am speaking. Yes, you are right. It's all about Bitcoin. Many people having questions or you can say doubts how people are earning lakhs in cryptocurrency and whether in India it's legal to invest in crypto market. So in this series we will explain all about cryptocurrency and whether it's legal to invest in India or not. So kindly share this video with your friends as many people are having same doubt. So let's begin. First, what do you think? What is cryptocurrency? So basically cryptocurrency is called digital or virtual currency. Currently we all are using money in format of paper notes or digital wallets like Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay, etc. But even that digital wallet also contains physical format money like Indian rupees, dollars, euros, etc. All physical format money is controlled by their own governments and it is same in every country. If you notice in Indian rupees it will be mentioned as Reserve Bank of India. That means money is controlled by RBI. Even though there is lot of advantages are there in the system, still some drawbacks also there, like government can demonetize the money at any time if there is need. If you are transferring a money from one country to another country currency, then you need to pay a lot as transaction fee to the bank. Third is inflation. What is meant by that? All country will print money according to their needs. And because of this you can see lot of fluctuation in economy. Like this, lot of issues are there when money is under government control. But in cryptocurrency there is no such an issue and not in control of anyone. If you ask how it will work without anyone's control, for this answer is this: cryptocurrency is created by some person among the people for the people and no one knows who is that person created this concept. Crypto is working with the concept of blockchain technology. Before starting with blockchain concept, some important points to know are: first is blockchain is not Bitcoin. It is the technology behind Bitcoin. Bitcoin is digital token and blockchain is the ledger to keep track of who owns that digital token. You can't have Bitcoin without blockchain, but you can use this blockchain technology for some other purpose. So now let's see how this blockchain works. Blockchain can be defined as chain of blocks that contains information. The data which is stored inside the block depends on type of the blockchain. But once the data is recorded inside the blockchain, it is very difficult to change it. Each block contains 3 fields: data, hash and hash of previous block. I think this is somewhat similar to the linked list in the data structure. Here, as shown in this picture, data means which contains the information about sender, receiver, number of bitcoins we are transferring. Here hash means it is an algorithm which is used to encrypt the data and transfer securely. Then hash of the previous block means this will contain hash address of the previous block. Now we will look a short example how blockchain architecture works. Consider we are having chain of 3 blocks. The first block has no predecessor, hence it does not contain hash address of the previous block. Block 2 contains hash of block 1, while block 3 contains hash of block 2. Hence, all blocks are containing hashes of the previous block. This is the technique that makes a blockchain so secure. So let's see how it works. Assume an attacker is able to change the data present in block 2. Correspondingly, the hash of block also changes. but block 3 still contains the old hash of block 2. This makes block 3 and all other succeeding blocks invalid as they do not have the correct hash address of previous block. So in this case, this transaction will be failed. Let's see this example how money transferring works generally. So in current condition, if A is transferring 500 rupees to B, then you won't get that money directly. First it will go to the bank and then it will be verified, then that money will be received by B. But hackers can easily hack the system during the verification process and steal your money. Let's consider the same example in case of blockchain. If same 500 rupees A is transferring via blockchain, here the verification won't be done with single person, but it will be verified by thousands, lakhs or even million people. In this case, hackers can't identify the number of blocks used for this transaction. The person who are giving their system to verify the transaction block is called miners. Now, for this transaction, the data is sent like A transfers 500 rupees to B, which is having 10,000 blockchains. If suppose hacker hacked the system and changed the transaction of 500 rupees into 5 lakh rupees in one block, but the remaining 999 block will have the information as 500 rupees. Because of that, invalid data from one block, the entire transaction will be failed. Now consider the case that transaction is successful now with valid data in all blocks. Then in this case, the new block is added to existing blockchain in such a way that it is permanent and unalterable. This complete process of successful transaction having a chain of multiple blocks called as blockchain. Like this same blockchain process will go through for every transaction. In this system, it's impossible to hack, so only government even trying to incorporate this blockchain concept into banking sector. Hope now all understood about cryptocurrency and blockchain. There are some disadvantages also there, like cryptocurrency is not under anyone's control, therefore the fluctuation will be high. In upcoming videos, we will explain you about Bitcoin's risk in crypto market and whether it is legal to invest in India. If you have any doubt related to the blockchain or cryptocurrency, then do let me know in comment section. I will be happy to answer all those. If this video is informative, hit that like button and please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.